So, like I was saying, I have three series that I am like pretty much towards the end of. I have the first trilogy of The Red Rising, so I have to read Morning Star by Pierce Brown to finish the first Red Rising trilogy. I'm hoping to get to this really soon. I was like, the second one is just like better than the first one. If it keeps going like that, this should be like the best out of the trilogy. But I really do want to get this trilogy done soon. I would really like to get like a review up for you guys. And then the next book would be The Atlas Complex by Olivia Blake. I like the first two. I know this is a very decisive series. Some people love the Atlas 6 series, and some just don't. um, this is how I got into, I guess, dark academia is through these books. But yeah, I would really like to finish this series and maybe read some of her more standalones. I'm a little afraid to read some of her standalones because some people she as an author is just like, some people just love her and then some people hate her, and some people writing wise, not the some people love her writing, some people hate her writing. um I don't find it unnecessarily overwritten. That's a big gripe that I think Olivia Blake has, is that she overwrites her books. I don't see it that way. I feel like it does keep to the vibe pretty well. But I have not read any of her standalones. I was gonna read One for My Enemy, but I just haven't gotten to it yet. But I think I would like to finish this series and then maybe read more of her standalones. And then The Hero of Ages by Brandon Sanderson, which is the third book to the Mistborn first trilogy. I'm slowly getting through Brandon Sanderson. I find his writing really easy and consumable, and I'm okay with that. Like, I'm okay with how easy it is to pick up one of his books. You pretty much understand what's going on. I've read I'm a big Game of Thrones reader. I read Joe Abercrombie. Um, and those books are a little bit harder for me to sometimes like want to read. um, so Brandon Sanderson, like if I'm like into a high fantasy, but I don't want to have to like try to figure everything out, minus the magic system, which I pretty much have by this point. I'm so excited for this third one. This series has been enough. These three series that I'm holding up have been like books back to back, have just been really good in my opinion. So I really want to finish these. I would love to read his secret projects. I think that's going to be my next big mission, is to see what the secret projects were like. I'm gonna be probably reading Elantris. Hope maybe before I read this final installment. Um and then we'll just see. I'm not in a rush to finish. I know there's another era of this. There's the Stormlight Archives, that just like looking at that page count kind of scares me a little bit. Uh, but me and Brandon, we're gonna go slow with each other. There's just too much. And I jump in and out of series so much, so I don't like binge read series. Unless it's a manga, then I might binge read. But other than that, I don't really, rush through anything. Another goal I have is to read. I have a shelf of Illumicrate books. I am a Illumicrate's, subscriber, so I do get the monthly boxes when I don't skip them, and then I also get some of their special editions books. So I would like to actually read a lot of these, figure out kind of how I feel about Illumicrate after that. And then I would love to read. I also do subscribe to Book of the Month. Um, which I've had a really hit or miss relationship with their selection. Um, there's some books like I really love, like you know, I fell in love with The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, and that was a Book of the Month choice that I bought. But there's been so many books that it's like I picked up and I'm like, this is not great. This is not what I want to be consuming, and this is not really keeping my attention. Um, so I want to read it, kind of figure out like how I want to handle Book of the Month. I think am gonna make that a series on my channel. I kind of want to make it fun, where it's like I put these titles on a wheel and kind of pick from a wheel. That sounds like fun to me. I probably would be more inspired. As you could see, my Atlas Paradox is a Lumicrate exclusive, so you have um the inner pages. I love that cover. That inner cover. But yeah, I want to actually read these books just to see, like, it is a lot of money, so it's like, well, if you're not bringing out good books, even if they just look pretty, um I don't want to participate in that. Jess Owens, from Jess Owens, I think is the name of her channel. It's like talks about you know, ball gowns, and that they look like ball gowns. But it's like, if they're good books, like, if I've between both of them, like, there's been some really good hits. Like, Illumicrate brought out a book called The Book Eaters. I really enjoyed that book. But then they brought out the We the Fallen, I think was the name of the book, and that was really not great. So in my opinion. So another thing that I've been working through is the Wheel of Time series, which my goal is, and this is see the this is a big chunk of book. But anyway, I would like to read 5 and 6 by the end of the year. Just so, because it seems like I read one once a year, and I'm not gonna get through that. Like, there's 14 books in this series, and if I just read one a year, it's gonna take me another lifetime to finish the series. Um, I've been really liking this series. I haven't gotten to the slump yet. I think the slump is considered like from 8, 9, 10, 11, I think. That kind of in the middle, like some of his shorter books, they consider the slump. I'm not there yet. So if I can, like, maybe get to where I get there, and then just try to survive through the slump, maybe I can get to where Brandon Sanderson's writing, and maybe I might. It's a hit or miss. Like, it's an older series. You do definitely see the out of date ways Robert Jordan writes, especially women. So I would like to see kind of how Brandon Sanderson ends it, and how he writes these characters. Like, I'm thinking he's gonna, stay pretty close to the source material, but I'm just curious. And then there's I would like to maybe see if I can maybe finish the fourth Reigns series before the third one comes out, so I can see if I want to try to pre-order it. I don't have I don't and I'm thinking with fourth Reign I might try to vlog it. Which is going to be interesting because I've never vlogged. But I would like to kind of record my time with it. I really do want to give it a try. Like the big, huge college effort, I really do want to try to see if it would be something that I want to keep going with, or if it's something that it's like, okay, good in concept, but not good in execution. I am a big Sarah J. Maas fan. I would actually really like to finish at least the ACOTAR series, which is 2 books and a novella, is what I have left with that. Uh, and then that way I can get into like the Crescent City books. But we will see. I mean, obviously these are just goals. Like not all of this is probably going to happen. Um, but yeah, I would like to finish uh more series so I can kind of figure out like, you know, authors that I want to keep up with, figure out if Illumicrate's for me, figure out if book of the month is for me. And, you know, I am I have found myself a little bit more cautious about Illumicrate and book of the month when it comes to like, am I gonna skip this month? Like, or am I gonna keep it this month? So we'll just see. Kind of a few things with my channel. I want to do more Let's Chat. But I also want to do like I would like to do a couple vlogs. Fourth Wing I think would just be kind of fun. To kind of see kind of what my feelings are, get some reactions. I think it's going to be a little bit of a wild ride, especially the first one. The second one, it doesn't seem like people are into it as much as the first one, so we'll see. Um, I might like the second one over the first one, or might like the first one over the second one, but I just want to see overall. Um, so there's that, the Fourth Wing vlog. And then I don't know. I would like to do some different types of, content. I want to do some video, like sit down videos of like different topics that I feel that are interesting. I would love to talk about like the hero's journey, like the prophecy hero, females and how they're written. I know these are like kind of overdone topics, but maybe pulling from, both anime, sorry about that, anime, manga, and like all this different other things. Like I might be able to add that to the conversation a little bit. Um, but yeah, just I want to keep on filming. I'm hoping 2 videos a week at least. Um, this might be kind of a special day because I think both my redo of my book review of Age of Light and this video might be going up today. Um, but I would like, just 2 videos a week. I can't promise you what they're going to be because it's just going to depend on like my schedule for work. Um, I would like to do wrap ups. I'm not holding myself accountable to do TBRs, which is to be read, and then the wrap up is what I read the whole entire month. And then if I didn't read a lot in that month, like in April, like was a very slow month. I was moving from one one apartment to another. So yeah, I didn't get to read very much. And then I would like to do some character study stuff. Like that's my favorite videos to kind of watch is the character study stuff. Sorry about that. But the character studies, just kind of like the topic videos. I would like to see if anybody responds to the school video, like what would you like to see? Like do you want to see more like standalone just kind of like reviews? Do you want to see some bulk reviews where I kind of, do 2 or 3 books? I would like to also read some newer books, older books. I'm not sorry about that. I'm not holding myself accountable for like anything in particular minus those three series. I really do want to get those three trilogies done. I don't know what I'm gonna. I think with Brandon Sanderson, I'm probably gonna read his Secret Projects because that's just four standalone books. I know Sun Eater. Sorry about that. I know Sun Eater is kind of a little bit more like you have to know a little bit more about the Cosmere than the other three. So I don't know if I'm going to read that one just because I've only really dealt with Mistborn and then Elantris. I don't know which books you have to kind of understand or pick up to understand that one. So maybe what I'll do is maybe I'll just leave that one to where like later on I can, sorry. Keep that, where I can, maybe read it later on. Um but like my Goodreads goal is to read 100 books by the end of the year. I'm only at like 16, 17 books. I'm probably not going to hold myself too accountable to that unless I start um reading like major manga. Cuz if I start reading manga, that's just going to go up. I did buy a lot of manga recently that I would like to talk about on the channel too. But yeah, that's sorry for the yawning, guys, or if I have to break this up. Sorry that if some of it's broken up. I'm like yawning a lot. But anyway, um yeah. And then I think now that I'm looking at my bookshelves, I do have the third book to the Lies of Lacamora series that I would like to finish up. I just want to get some series done, and then because I went to the bookstore yesterday actually, and then I was getting the third book to the Red Rising, and then just bought two more new starts to new series. So I would like to get some done and then start some new series. I also did just finish the Final Strife as well. I know there's a sequel to that. I think that's a trilogy too. That I can maybe, maybe finish right when it comes out. See if I like it. I was in the middle kind of. I think it's like a 3.5 to 4-star book. I can't remember what I rated it on Goodreads, but um I think I'll just throw that in my wrap up. I would like to do like a full more like if it's a series I like to do a full series review cuz then I don't feel like, spoilers is as big of a deal as if you do it as a single book. Um but we will see. We will see kind of where I'm at. But yes, that's some of my goals is to read more Illumicrate books, more book of the month. Make it into a game, make it fun. And then to get a little bit more into Wheel of Time, I would like to, I'd like to get that series done sooner. Um, I was kind of following the show. I don't know where the show is anymore. I've read up to book 4. I didn't watch the second season to be honest because I started watching it and it just was not catching my attention. I'll probably try it again later. Um but yeah, so just trying to get more through Will Time. And then the maybe 4 trilogies. I would like to finish the Lies of Lacamora as well. I forgot about that one. Um, but yeah, I think that would open up just kind of how I feel about these books in general. I have pretty much a full bookshelf, so I'm trying My other goal is to try to read more and not buy as much. We'll see how that goes. Well, maybe take a nap, I guess. But anyway, yeah, and then read this kind of read what I want to other than that. We also I do participate in the Magical Readathon. And I think I just with the Golden Sun book, I think I finally finished like I got to the next stage of that. So yay. But I do participate that in August. So hopefully maybe I can add some of these books to that TBR and maybe finish some of them. Yeah, I really do like what G does. Her channel is Book Roast. But yeah, the Magical Readathon is really fun. I'll be participating in that. If Becca in the Books has like a bookopoly, I'll probably be participating in that. I still have my old board, so if I feel like, I need a game out of it or something, like I can pull out the board at any time. Um, but yeah, I think you're gonna see a lot more of just like me you know, just trying to get through my library a little bit here, figure out what I actually want to keep and what I actually don't. Um there's going to be some books that are going to be like harder to get rid of than others. I also do have Skyward by Brandon Sanderson as well if I want to read one of his teen books. I've heard mixed reviews, but could be good. Yeah. Don't if you like this video, I know it's kind of long and I was yawning like through half of it, so I'm sorry about that. But if you like it, yeah, don't hesitate to like and subscribe. Like I said, I'm just trying to build this channel as much as I can. I would love to get to 500 subscribers and be able to maybe eventually, my overall goal would be eventually be able to maybe do YouTube for a little bit as more of a permanent job. But we'll have to see. I am also on Instagram as well, Books and Diamonds. But other than that, yeah, just like and subscribe. I hope to see more new faces. Hopefully maybe we can start getting like maybe a discussion going, maybe in some of these videos. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to my Red Rising review. I'm hoping to be done with the third book sooner rather than later. I do have 3 library books that I do have to finish right now, and I would like to maybe start Elantris, just to kind of get that going. And then I also have another book I'm like in the middle of. So it's gonna probably be a while, but I'm hoping once we can get there, we can just start getting through some of these series and getting some reviews out to you. Okay, well, you guys have a lovely day, and I will be back real soon.